Hi everyone. In this video, we'll see irrational numbers. A real number is called irrational if it cannot be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. If you are able to write in p by q form, it is called a rational number. If you are unable to write it in p by q form, it is called an irrational number. The examples of irrational numbers are root 2, root 3, root 15, pi, 0.10, 110, 1110, like this. These are all irrational numbers. Sometimes people think that pi is a rational number because we know pi is equal to 22 by 7, because 22 by 7 is a rational number. 22 by 7 is rational. Some people think that pi is also rational, but pi is not rational. Pi is irrational, and what we have given here, this pi is not equal to 22 by 7 exactly. Pi is approximately equal to 22 by 7. 22 by 7 is taken only for calculation purposes. To prove that root 2 and root 3, root 15, etc. numbers are irrational, we need to prove first a theorem. Let us look at that theorem. The theorem is, let p be a prime number. If p divides a square, then p divides a. If p divides if p divides a square, then p divides a. Here p should be a prime number. A is any positive integer. So let us take a as any positive integer. When a is any positive integer, by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, it can be written as a product of prime numbers. Let us say the prime factors for a are p1, p2, etc. pn. A is a composite number, and a is either composite number or a prime number. If a is a composite number, the prime factorization for a may be p1, p2, etc. up to pn, where p1, p2, pn, here p1, p2, pn, these are prime numbers. They may be repeated if a is equal to p1, p2, etc. pn, then a square is p1, p2, p3, etc. pn, a into a square is a into a. So a square becomes p1, p2, p3, etc. pn into again p1, p2, p3, etc. pn. Now it can be written as p1 square, p2 square, p3 square, etc. pn square. Now what is given? P divides a square. P divides a square. P divides a square means, by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, P must be a factor of a square. P must be a factor of a square. But from the uniqueness part of fundamental theorem of arithmetic, the prime factorization for a square must be p1 square, p2 square, p3 square, etc. pn square. So p must be 1 among p1, p2, p3, etc. pn. So when p divides a square, then p must be 1 among p1, p2, p3, etc. pn. When p is 1 among p1, p2, p3, etc. pn, then we know that A is equal to P1 into P2 into P3 etc. Pn. A is equal to P1, P2, P3 into Pn. When P is among P1, P2, P3, then P must be a factor of A. P must be a factor of A. That is, P divides A. So we have shown that P divides A square, then P divides A. We use this theorem in proving root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. like this, the root of a prime number as irrational. Now let us verify whether this theorem is correct or not for some numbers. We are taking the prime numbers p is equal to 2, p is equal to 3, p is equal to 5, p is equal to 7, and a square values are 1, 4, 9, 36, 49, 64 and 81. Let us say 2 divides 4. Let us take 2 divides 4. Then 2 divides 2. True, verified. Say 2 divides 36. Then 2 divides 6. Let us take another example. 3 divides say 81. 3 divides 81. Then 3 divides 9. So the theorem is verified here. If P divides A square, then P divides A. Let us take some examples of proving irrational numbers. Show that root 2 is irrational. We will prove this by contradiction proof. This is proof by contradiction. So first let us assume that root 2 is rational. Assume that root 2 is rational. If root 2 is rational, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Let us take R by S. If root 2 is rational, we can write it in R by S form. If R by S is not in simplest form, divide by their HCF. When we divide R and S by HCF, we get a simplest form. Let us say the simplest form is A by B. Root 2 is equal to A by B, where A and B are co-primes and B is not equal to 0. Let us rearrange them. Root 2B is equal to A. We can write this as root 2B is equal to A. Now square on both sides. Squaring on both sides, we get 2B square is equal to A square. 2B square is equal to A square means 2 and B square. 2 and B square. These are the factors of A square. That means 2 divides A square. So here 2 divides A square. So 2 divides A square. By theorem, 2 divides A. When 2 divides A, we can write A as A is equal to 2C, where C is an integer, C is any integer. Now we have A is equal to 2C. Substitute A is equal to 2C in 2B square is equal to A square. So put A is equal to 2C in 2B square is equal to A square. Now we get 2b square is equal to 2c whole square. This becomes 2b square is equal to 4c square. So b square is equal to 2c square. So here b square is equal to 2c square. That means 2 is a factor of b square. From this 2 divides b square. By theorem 2 divides b. Previously we have got the result that 2 divides a, and here we got 2 divides b. So we got 2 divides a and 2 divides b. So 2 is a common factor for a and b. 2 is a common factor for a and b. That means a and b are not co-primes. That is, a and b are not co-primes. Here this contradicts our assumption that a and b are co-primes. This contradicts our assumption that a, b are co-primes. So why has this contradiction come? This has arisen from our assumption. This has arisen from our assumption that root 2 is rational. So our assumption is false. We conclude that root 2 is irrational. So using the theorem that when p divides a square, then p also divides a. We have shown that root 2 is irrational. In a similar manner, we can show that root 3 is irrational. In a similar manner, we can show that root 3 is irrational, root 5 is irrational. We can take square root of any prime number and show that that is irrational. In general, let us take root p is irrational. Proof: assume that root p is rational. Then root p is equal to a by b, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. Now let us rearrange this one. It becomes b root p is equal to a. Squaring on both sides, we get b square p is equal to a square. So here p is a factor of a square. P is a factor of a square. So here p divides a square. This implies if p divides a square, p divides a also. P divides a. So this is a result 1. Now when p divides a, we can write a as a is equal to pc for some integer c. Then put a is equal to pc in b square p is equal to a square. Put a is equal to pc in b square p is equal to a square. Then we get b square p is equal to pc whole square. This becomes b square p is equal to p square c square. This is b square is equal to p c square. Now here p is a factor of b square. Here p divides b square. This implies by theorem p divides b. When p divides b square, p also divides b. Previously we got result 1 as p divides a. Now we got result as p divides b. So p divides a and p divides b. So here p is a common factor. P is a common factor of a and b. So a and b are not co-primes. This contradicts our assumption that a, b are co-primes. Why has this contradiction arisen? This has arisen from our assumption that root p is rational. This has arisen from our assumption that root p is rational. So our assumption is false. So we conclude that root p is irrational. So here we have proven that for any prime number p, root p is irrational. It is for root 2, for root 3, for root 5, etc. Any square root of a prime number, any square root of any prime number is irrational. So all these root 2, root 3, root 5 for any prime number p, root p are irrational. We can also prove that for any integer d, which is not a square of another integer, root d is irrational. So for any integer d which is not a square of any other integer, we can prove that root d is irrational. If we take, let us say, root 6, root 6 can be written as root of 2 into 3. So it is root 2 into root 3. So we have got here root 2 and root 3, where 2 and 3 are prime numbers. This is a product of square root of two prime numbers. So this can be proven in this way. Suppose root 2 and root 3. Root 2 into root 3 is equal to a and b, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. So here we will assume that root 2 into root 3 is a rational number. We can equate it to a by b, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. By squaring and rearranging, we will get this result. Root 2 into root 3b is equal to a. Squaring both sides, we get 2 into 3b square is equal to a square. Here 2 divides a square, 3 divides a square. By theorem, 2 divides a and 3 divides a. Applying theorem 2 times for 2 and 3, we get 2 divides a and 3 divides a. So we can write a as a is equal to 2 into 3 into some integer c, for some integer c. Now substitute this one in the result previously we got in this one. Substitute this a is equal to 2 into 3 c in this one. So put a is equal to 2 into 3 c in 2 into 3 b square is equal to a square. So we get 2 into 3 b square is equal to 2 into 3 c whole square. From this we get 2 into 3 b square is equal to 2 into 3 square c square. Now cancelling out 2 into 3 on both sides, we get b square is equal to 2 into 3 c square. So here 2 and 3 are factors of b square. Here 2 divides b square and 3 divides b square. So from theorem we get 2 divides b and 3 divides b. Previously we got a result that 2 divides a, 3 divides a, and now we got the result that 2 divides b and 3 divides b. So from this 2 and 3 are common factors of a and b. This contradicts that a, b are co-primes. This has arisen because of our assumption that root 6 is rational. Thus, root 6 is rational is false. So we conclude that root 6 is irrational. So we have proven here that root of p for any prime number is irrational and root d is also irrational. We know that the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. For example, 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Say 3 minus root 5 is irrational. And also we know that the product or quotient of a non-zero rational number and an irrational number is irrational. For example, 2 into root 3 is irrational, 3 into root 3, 3 into root 2 is irrational, root 2 by 5 is irrational, 1 by root 2 is irrational. We can prove all these things now. 2 plus root 3 is irrational, 3 minus root 5 is irrational, and also some difference or product or quotient of two irrational numbers may be irrational. For example, root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Now let us show that 5 minus root 3 is irrational. Proof. Here also we prove it by contradiction. Proof by contradiction. In this proof, we will use that root 3 is irrational. Let us assume that 5 minus root 3 is rational. Assume that 5 minus root 3 is rational. Then 5 minus root 3 is equal to a by b, a rational number in p by q form. We are writing it here in p by q form as a by b, where a and b are co-primes. And b is not equal to 0. So here let us keep root 3 one side and take the other numbers the other side. So here 5 minus ab is equal to root 3 when root 3 is taken the other side. So we get root 3 is equal to 5 minus a by b. Here a and b are integers and a by b is a rational number. So 5 minus a by b is also rational. On right hand side we have got a rational number. When 5 minus a by b is rational, root 3 should be rational, but this is contradicting that root 3 is irrational. We have already proved that root 3 is irrational. Here it is contradicting that root 3 is irrational. This has arisen because of our assumption that 5 minus root 3 is rational. This has arisen from our assumption that 5 minus root 3 is rational. Thus 5 minus root 3 is rational is false. We conclude that 5 minus root 3 is irrational. Now let us show that 3 root 2 is irrational. Proof: assume 3 root 2 is rational. Here also we are giving the proof by contradiction. Assume 3 root 2 is rational. So we can write then 3 root 2 is equal to a by b, where a and b are coprimes. And b is not equal to 0. We have assumed that 3 root 2 is rational. Then we can write 3 root 2 equal to a by b. Now let us rearrange root 2 on left side, take 3 to the right side, a by 3b. So a by 3b. Here a, b are integers. So in the numerator a is integer. In the denominator 3b, 3 is integer and b is integer. So 3b is an integer. Integer by integer is a rational number. Here a by 3b is rational. So root 2 should be rational. But this is contradicting that root 2 is irrational. This is contradicting that root 2 is irrational. This has arisen from our assumption that 3 root 2 is rational. Thus, our assumption is false. We conclude that 3 root 2 is irrational. We conclude that 3 root 2 is irrational. Now let us see another example. Here, show that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Proof: root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Now let us show this by contradiction. Assume root 2 plus root 3 is rational. Then root 2 plus root 3 should be equal to a by b in p by q form. We have taken here a by b in simplex form. So a and b are coprimes and b is not equal to 0. So let us make some rearrangement here. Take either root 2 or root 3 to another side and then square. Let us take root 2 is equal to a by b minus root 3. Now square both sides. Squaring on both sides, we get 2 is equal to a by b minus root 3 whole square. So 2 is equal to a square by b square plus 3 minus 2a by b root 3. So we have got here 2 is equal to a square by b square plus 3 minus 2a by b into root 3. Here we have got 2 is equal to a square by b square plus 3 minus 2a by b root 3. Now let us rearrange and take root 3 to one side. 2a by b root 3 is equal to a square by b square plus 3 minus 2 here. Now we get 2a by b root 3 is equal to a square by b square plus 1. Now let us rearrange a square plus b square by b square. Keeping only root 3 on left side, we get a square plus b square by 2a and b. A square plus b square by 2ab. Here b and b square are there in the denominators. We can cancel b from both sides. Only b remain in the denominator this side. 2a is taken to the right side again. So we remain with root 3 is equal to a square plus b square by 2ab. So here a square plus b square by 2ab is rational. So root 3 should be rational, but root 3 is irrational. This contradiction has arisen from our assumption that here we have taken root 2 plus root 3 is rational. This contradiction has arisen from our assumption that root 2 plus root 3 is rational. So we conclude that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Here is a note that the sum of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. So here when we take root 2 plus root 3 is irrational, but this is not always the case that sum of two irrational numbers should be irrational. Suppose one irrational number is root 2 and another irrational number is minus root 2. Root 2 plus minus root 2, they become 0, it is rational. So root 2 plus minus root 2 is rational. Also the product, when we take product of two irrational numbers, sometimes they are also not irrational, they can become, the product can be rational. The product of two irrational numbers need not be irrational. Here let us take an example, root 2 into 3 root 2, root 2 into 3 root 2. So this becomes root 2 into root 2, we get 2. So 2 into 3 is 6. So 6 is rational number. See you in next video.